Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2 and we will explain about total physical response and communicative language teaching or CLT. Before that, let us introduce ourselves.
My name is Fakhira with class student number 006.
My name is Diva Naura Aprillia and my last student number is 013.
My name is Sandika Putra, 016.
My name is Marissa Nabila and my last student number is 019.
My name is Qarien Nafiesah and my last student number is 020.
My name is Aisyah Alya Nadila. My last student number is 021.
My name is Surya Putri Siti. My last student number is 025.
My name is Afrin Rohmah and my last student number is 029.
Physical response or TPR is a teaching method that uses body movement to help students learn. In this method, the teacher gives a command and students listen, understand, and act them out. Students do not speak at first. They only follow what the teacher actions or the teacher doing. So this method makes learning easier, lower anxiety, and helps students remember words better. It is especially suitable for beginners or the amateur of English learning. So the Communicative Language Teaching or CLT is a method that focuses on using language for real communication. Its main goal is not just to learn grammar rules, but to help students speak, understand, and use English in everyday situation. Students practice talking, asking questions, and discussing ideas and interacting with another one. So this method is builds student confidence and using English to communicate effectively, and it really works well for all levels. So this method is really easy from the beginners to advanced learner can do it.
Okay, I will explain about similarities between total physical response and communicative language teaching. First, both emphasize meaningful activities. TPR and CLT focus on meaningful learning experiences instead of memorizing better grammar rules. In CLT, student learns language through communication that relates to real situations and personal meaning. In TPR, students understand language by connecting words with physical action and movement. As a result, both approaches help learners understand language naturally and actively.
Second, use interaction and activity in learning. Interaction and activity are important in learning English, especially in TPR and CLT method. In CLT, students usually work in pairs or groups to practice communication and improve their speaking fluency. They learn by talking and interacting with their friends. Meanwhile, in TPR, students learn through action and physical movement. The teacher gives comments and students respond with the action. For example, the teacher says stand up or open the door and students follow the instruction. Both methods encourage active participation in the classroom. Students do not only listen to the teacher, but they also practice, interact, and learn by doing activities together.
Lastly, the use of real-life language in learning activities. Language in these approaches is closely connected to everyday situation. In CLT, students usually practice conversation, discussion, or role plays that reflect real communication. In TPR, learners follow simple commands and actions that can also be used in daily life. Because of this, students learn language that feels more meaningful and practical to use outside the classroom.
Next, we will explain the difference between total physical response or TPR and communicative language teaching, also known as CLT. The first difference can be seen from the focus of learning. TPR focuses on learning language through physical movement and action, where students respond to commands physically. In contrast, CLT focuses more on communication and meaningful interaction in real-life situations.
The second, in TPR, the teacher acts as a director who controls activities and gives commands for students to follow. In the other hand, in CLT, the teacher acts more as a facilitator and guide who supports communication and interaction amongst learners.
And lastly, let's talk about the role of the learners in TPR and CLT. In total physical response or TPR, learners mainly act as listeners and performers in the early stage. Students focus on understanding commands through physical actions before they speaking. Meanwhile, in communicative language teaching or CLT, learners are active communicators. They participate in peer work, group discussions, and other collaborative activities to practice real communications. So, TPR focus more on listening and actions, while CLT focus on communications and interactions.
So, in conclusion, the combination of total physical response or TPR and communicative language teaching or CLT can be highly effective methods for learning English, as both approach complete each other and contribute to the overall development student language skill. TPR helps students develop language comprehension and through physical movement, like listening and action, which is particularly beneficial, natural, and less stressful. Conversely, CLT helps students to develop ability use of English in real-life situations through interaction, discussion, and meaningful use of language in daily situations.
Okay, that's all from us.